What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This time we're looking at PHUN. This is a stock down by 4.1% today. We're asking why. We're looking at the charts and we are doing a technical analysis on top of that. And at the very end, I'll share a few of my personal opinions. If it sounds like a good video, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel because of course we are trying to grow it. We're only a small channel, but you guys are definitely helping us to grow. So the more of you that do subscribe, the better it will be. Again, please do keep it coming because it does support us very much. Now, on top of that, I must also stress that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I definitely think that you should be aware that this is a very, very risky stock. So if you are contemplating getting into it, be aware of the risk because it can go up just as quickly as it can go down. And the third thing I want to talk about is the fact that we are currently doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. 100% of the funds do go straight towards Save the Children, so if you can donate anything at all, please do because you will be making a massive difference. But now we're going to jump into this video and have a look at this stock on the past 1 day, 5 day and 1 month. And we'll start this off on the simple charts as we often do. So over here today, you will see we are moving lower as time does go on. Open up on 439, and from there you'll see we started to dip and dip and dip, hitting our low of the day at 20 past 10 down here, 20 past 11, sorry, down here, and you can see the price dipped all the way to 413. Now from there, a bit of a recovery, and we did start to reach highs up here, which were above the 429 mark. So again, fairly nice, but we did come back down, and you'll see we had a second dip, which took us down to the 417 range. And right now we're coming back up from that, and we're currently sat on 423 at the time of filming the video. But do bear in mind, there is still about an hour to go until the market does close, so absolutely anything could happen. On the 5-day chart though, you will see we are looking at some figures which are fairly okay. We are still dropping in the past 5 days, but it's not really as bad as it previously was. So we had a drop from Friday into Monday, a drop from Monday into Tuesday, which took us to our low. So Tuesday, we hit a price of $3.22, if not $3.19. So the low $3 range, and then a big spike up from there, from Tuesday into Wednesday, and we hit our highs at $5.13. So very, very volatile, and right now we are starting to cool down. We're seeing a bit of consolidation from this point here, which was at about 10.35 today. We have been quite flat from there, which is good, but yeah, it really is a mixed week, but still looking quite flat, though we are in the red. Now the past month for this stock is still very, very mixed. Do remember the fact that we have had that rise up from the $1 mark, taking us to well above the $18 mark. So we had that big spike, and now we are coming back down. And what I said in our previous video, and I do still stand by it, what we are looking for with this stock right now is we are looking to find where the new level of support is. Now, as I did say, we did touch the $3 mark just the other day, and a lot of people's questions, including mine, is that going to be the bottom for this stock? Now, I do understand, like I said, it was at $1 before, so you could potentially argue that it has the potential to drop lower than where it currently is. But I think one thing to add on top of that is the fact that now a lot more people are aware of the stock, a lot more people own the stock, and a lot more people continue to buy the stock. So I do believe that the new floor is going to be higher than where it previously was. But right now, we are just trying to establish that. Now, what we're going to do now is have a quick look on a few of our indicators and have a look at what we've seen over the past month. So what we're going to do first is bring up the volume indicator and just look at the volume figures as well for the past month, because I do believe that volume does tell us a lot about what is going on with the stock. So we have the volume chart, we'll bring that up, and we'll see that today's volume is relatively low. You'll see that compared to even yesterday's volume, today's is decreased. And what we really want to see with this stock to see big moves upwards is we want to see volume actually increase. You'll see back on this day we had volume spike up massively. We had a big spike in price, so we do want to see that continue, but of course it is actually decreasing. Now volume is still looking better than it was on these days back here where we had really low volume, but we do want to keep volume a bit higher than where it previously was, and we want to see volume continuing to rise, but at the moment it is dropping. So again, we do want to see it come back up. That would be an indication of good things to come in my personal opinion, but today's volume is looking quite low at only 12.29 million. Anyway, come up here, you'll see our RSI figure is sat on 57. That's not too bad at all. Bear in mind, 50 is neutral and 80 is overbought, so we're a lot closer to neutral than we are to being overbought, but we do kind of want to see this one drop a little bit, but definitely is in a normal range, so I'm happy to see it. And where things become interesting, in my opinion, is the trend on the MACD. because it really is 50-50 at this point. You'll see our lines at the top here are coming closer and closer together, and this basically means that once these cross over, we are becoming into a bearish trend. But we are not there yet. And another thing which does indicate a bearish trend is these lines down, which are our candlesticks. So you'll see candlestick drop, 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 kind of like a staircase. So we're forming a staircase down in this instance, and a staircase up would be bullish, a staircase down would obviously be bearish subsequently. But right now we're coming back down, but what we're seeing in the past 2 days, if we use that analogy of stairs, we're seeing the stairs not actually increase by too much, and this step is still above this middle line. Now one thing that you will notice is this middle line is 0, and above we're looking at 0.5, and below we'd presumably be looking at -5. So keep this one up and we're in a good place, because this is just above the neutral line, and like I said, these lines on the MACD trend are very, very close to crossing over into the bearish side, but they are not there yet. So keep this one up, and we want to see a trend change hopefully in the MACD, bringing us back up, but so far we are looking a little bit bearish on this one so far, potentially crossing over into a full bearish trend so very, very soon on that stock if we do see another day or 2 of decreases. Now come out to the past 5-day chart and you'll see one thing is clear for this time period. We're looking at a moving average figure where we are of 421, which is nice to see. It shows that the consolidation is apparent, because you will see we've been flat for the majority of the day, giving the indicators a bit of time to catch up. Now another indicator that has had the time to catch up is going to be our RSI down here, because this is sat at 46. That's fairly close to neutral, it's only 4 points away, and it really is where we want to be. We're in a good position on that. So I'm happy to see it. I think it does put us in a good place, and the trend that we're looking at on the MACD is fairly okay. It does look to be a little bit bearish, but not too much, and again it could possibly be crossing into bullish territory towards the end of the day, but again it doesn't really matter too much as it is the 5-day data only. And like I always say, I do like to look at the 1-month data as the most inclusive, but that's just my personal opinion. Now coming out to the 1-day data, and that consolidation from the lows is also apparent, because we are sat on a moving average of 420, exactly where we are. Now you'll see that our MACD for this time is becoming bearish. It was bullish for a while after this big spike up, but now it is crossing over and potentially going below the line, which would again be an indication of a bearish trend. Now our RSI figure for this time is sat on 46, because that is not too bad. Again, only 4 points away from neutral. It kind of is where we want to be. It was a little bit high earlier in the day after the spike, but now it is coming down to a normal territory, and volume is incredibly low, as I did say. A lot of volume into the morning, but coming into the afternoon so far, we're seeing very, very, very low volume. So going forwards on this stock, what would I like to see? I'd like to see a few things. I want to see the stock kind of start to go back up right now. It doesn't have to be by a lot, but again, if we want to see this one remain bullish, in my opinion, we are going to have to see it start to go back up. Now, would I buy it right now? Personally, I would not. I do understand the potential of it being a good trade, but it depends on how much risk you're willing to carry. And I think a lot of people often get confused when I say something is not a good buy. In my opinion, I'm not trying to say it's not a good buy at all. I understand that for some people, this would be a perfect buy, because it is high risk, and if it does go right, it could potentially be high reward. But do remember, this is a very, very risky investment. It requires a few catalysts, and it of course requires people to continue to hold and buy the stock to both remain at the current price, if not see another rise up. But again, be very, very careful. I do see the potential for a swing trade here, but I am not seeing the indications that I would like to see to indicate that this one could be going bullish just yet. Again, I could be wrong, but I just think where we are right now is very, very unpredictable, and I do want to see some more data at the current levels before I would be willing to buy the stock and use it as a swing trade. But really, we are flattening out right now. The question is, are we going to start to drop lower, or are we going to start to see this trend change and come back into the bullish side? I want to hear what you have to say on this one, so do drop me a comment down below. But thank you for watching. Now I'm going to tell you all about our Discord. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes, and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.